national history and lowest preparation for her future role. Elizabeth also learned French, the number of French and Belgian governances. She uses French when she meets ambassadors and visits French-speaking areas of Canada. She also studied art and music, learned to rhyme, and became a strong swimmer.
How old were you when you came to the United States?
Elizabeth, my sister, was a young princess when our father George VI died. The coronation was in the Westminster Abbey. It was the first time when the coronation ceremony was broadcast live, so 27 million people in the UK watched it on television.
Were you married? Yes, I was. This Rick is my husband. We have been married for 79 years. My husband and his other wife have been married for 11 years.
It was me, Edward VIII. It's me, the Duke of Edinburgh. I'm just her husband, not the king.
The British monarchy, the husband of a female monarch, does not have any special status or rank.
Buckingham Palace is one of them. Isn't it? It's true. Windsor is the largest one. It is more than Windsor is also the royal family ceremony. The father of the same ceremony is not unlike an administrative business. It is some administrative. The other day you can find some picture in the photo. And who are they? My children, Charles and Elizabeth.
She is the first monarch who sent her children to boarding schools. My sister is a hard-working lady. She has links as royal patron with over 600 charities. In her 66 years on the throne, she has represented Britain on an official visit to at least 126 countries or territories, and some of them many times. And she is the longest-serving British monarch.
My last friend, what's your hobby? Horses and nuts. Thank you for my social. Thank you. Goodbye, guys.
Washington, D.C. What a magnificent place. What is that enormous building?
That is the Lincoln Memorial. It is constructed with marble.
The guidebook says it's surrounded by 36 columns, one for each of the 36 states in the Union in 1865. Whose statue is that?
Abraham Lincoln's. He was the 16th president of the USA and one of the least popular ones on his own.
Then, why does he have such an enormous statue?
Because now he's one of the most admired presidents. He proved to be an honest man and a person who guided the nation wisely through the Civil War.
Oh, I've seen his portrait somewhere. Yeah, I know. On the $5 bill.
That's right, and his face is on the penny too. He had a really hard life and he experienced several failures on the path to the White House. Did you know that he was born in a log cabin?
Yes, I was born in a log cabin on a farm on February 12, 1809. I didn't come from a wealthy home. I grew up in the wilderness of Kentucky and Indiana, and I had many different jobs. My parents were poor and uneducated. During my entire life, I had less than 1 year of formal education, but thanks to my stepmother, I was taught to read, write, and do arithmetic at an early age. I had to study on my own, and I loved to read. When I was 21, I worked as a laborer on flatboats, and even for a while as a store clerk in New City.
There he became a very popular man. In 1837, he began to practice law, which continued for 20 years.
So, Lincoln had been a lawyer before he elected president.
Right.
First, I had a little experience in politics.
Vote for Anna State. Vote for Anna State.
I lost 5 elections before I became president in 1860.
Was he married?
In 1842, while serving as an Illinois legislator, he married Mary Todd.
Any child?
4 sons, but 3 of them died. Robert was the only child to live adulthood and have children.
On the photos, he always wore a high top hat.
Yes, Lincoln kept his important documents inside his head. But I can tell you some other interesting facts about him.
I'm listening.
Lincoln established Thanksgiving as a national holiday.
Really? I didn't know that.
Lincoln was the first president to use a telegraph. He used the telegraph like email to communicate with generals.
Wow.
But the most important fact about him Lincoln did not agree with slavery, which resulted in 11 southern states splitting the Union and becoming independent.
By the latest telegraph, Lincoln declares war. Civil war begins.
A bloody civil war started and lasted for more than 4 years.
By the latest telegraph, President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation.
What was it?
Forever freeing slaves.
Who won the war?
In 1865, the Union States were victorious under the leadership of Lincoln.
After the war, I tried to bring the two opposing sides together. I wanted to preserve the nation and end slavery.
Did he manage?
On 14th of April 1865, he was shot in the head by well-known actor John Lyons Booth while watching a play at Fort Sumter in Washington, D.C. He was the first president who was assassinated.
Whatever you are, be a good one.
Balthazar, report to me about your time machine.
Yes, Your Majesty. I just put the finishing touches to it. Here it is. Just place the royal button on the simple ink chair and it will take you to the year of
2019. I want to see my descendants from then.
Excuse me for the imprudent request, Your Majesty. May I follow you just in case?
Yes.
Hey, are the kids asleep?
Yes, babe. You said the true alarm. Oh my goodness! Are they boasting Kensington? This is Her Majesty Queen Victoria and I'm Balthazar, the royal inventor. And who are you, young people?
Wait, did you say Queen Victoria? That Victoria? How did the two of you get here?
It's a long story.
Anyway, then you must be my great, lots of grandmothers.
And you are?
William Arthur Philip Westminster, the Prince of Wales. And here's my wife, Catherine Elizabeth Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge.
How exciting! And you live under my little outfit so much. Tell me everything about you. Do you have children? I've got plenty of them. Her Majesty gave birth to 9 little offsprings.
Oh yes, I heard you had a big family.
Well, we just have 3 lovely mischievous kids. They are in bed now, fast asleep, possible. Oh, what is that on the table, Your Royal Highness? Some witchcraft?
No, it's just a laptop.
What?
We use it for work or surfing on that. I'll show you in a minute. So, back to our kids. Would you like to see some pictures of them? Our life and how it all started?
Definitely. That's why we are here. So this is us at the University of St. Andrews.
Yes, that's where I fell in love in 2002. Look at Kate in her sheer dress. Who could have resisted her? Not me.
And you will have so much more hair.
And this is us in Africa. That's where I proposed to her. It was so romantic.
With lions roaring and hyenas howling. Is this the engagement ring?
Yes, it was my mom's Princess Diana's one previously. Unfortunately, she passed away when I was a teenager.
What a beautiful sapphire diamond ring. Oh, I exactly know how it feels to lose a loved one. Her Majesty has been a widow for 18 years.
Oh, sorry to hear, but let's talk about happier events. This is our wedding photo from 2011. One of the most beautiful days of my life. Look at Kate. She was the most amazing bride in the world.
Well, Megan wasn't ugly either.
Oh yes, this is my brother, Harry, and his wife, Megan. They got married last May.
And they are expecting their first baby, who's going to be the 7th in the line of succession. But let us show you our bundles of joy.
Our youngest one, Louis, turning 1 in April, and our daughter, Charlotte, almost 4.
What a sweetheart.
And she looks so similar to my grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. And finally, our firstborn boy.
You are so lucky to have such a beautiful family.
I wish my Albert had died in 1851.
May I ask you, Your Royal Highness, what the subject is?
It's a helicopter. It flies in the air. I used to be a helicopter pilot for the East Anglia Air Ambulance. It was my job until I retired 3 years ago.
We do a lot. We carry out work in areas of public and charitable services, and we are patrons and presidents of hundreds of organizations.
And of course, we raise our 3 children just like ordinary parents do.
I don't want to keep Your Majesty, but we've been away too long. If the guards discover your disappearance, I'm afraid you're not left us all, as always. Where's the time machine?
It was awesome meeting you, great-great-great-great-great-granny. Please come again sometime.
We will. But next time we will take you to 19th century London. Farewell, darlings. Farewell.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's treasure hunt game. Before we start, please meet our 3 contestants, Indiana Jones, Salah, and Professor Henry Jones. And now let's find out about the subject of our show. The date: he was the youngest president of the United States. He was 43 when he entered the Oval Office. His image was all over the American TV sets. Young, attractive, with a beautiful wife and family, he seemed the embodiment of the American dream. His assassination in Dallas on November the 22nd in 1963 sent shockwaves around the world and turned the all-too-human president into a larger-than-life heroic figure.
John Fitzgerald Kennedy.
Well done. Our first contestant is Indy. Choose a number, please. Number 5. Well, what's our symbol here?
It's a shamrock. It refers to Ireland because the only president with Irish origins has been John F. Kennedy. He also remains the only Roman Catholic president.
Correct. What do we know about JFK's childhood?
Born on May 29th in 1917, Brookline, Massachusetts, John F. Kennedy, also known as Jack, was the second of 9 children. His father, Joe, had the dream that one day one of his sons would become president. He sent him to the best schools and expected that his oldest son, Joe Jr., would become president.
You deserve the coin, Indy. Put your card in the right place on the map, please. It's your turn now to choose a number, Salah.
Well, my lucky number is 7.
Let's see, what can you find on your card?
It's a boat. I'm pretty sure that it's a motor torpedo boat.
Really? What was Kennedy doing in a boat like this?
He joined the Navy in 1941 during World War II. He became a commander of a motor torpedo boat. In 1943, his boat was sunk by a Japanese destroyer. For leading his men to safety, he became a war hero. Sadly, his older brother, Joe Jr., wasn't as lucky and died in the war in Germany. When Joe died, John's father, John, turned him to become president. He got him involved in politics and got elected in the U.S. Congress. He was a congressman for 6 years, then became a U.S. Senator in 1953.
Sounds perfect to me. Where would you put your card?
I'll put it in the Pacific Ocean.
Fantastic. You got the coin. Professor, the third card is yours.
I'll choose number 2. 2 wedding rings. This must be about Jack and Jackie Kennedy's marriage. Jack met the charming and intelligent Jacqueline Brewer in 1951, and they got married 2 years later. They had 3 children, Caroline, John, and Patrick.
Brilliant. If you can put the card in the right place, the coin is yours. Well, the competition is really tight. Is it going to change? Indy, it's your turn again. Tell us a number.
4. It's the White House. I think it's time to talk about Kennedy's road to presidency. In the general election in 1960, Kennedy faced a difficult battle against his Republican opponent, Richard Nixon. Offering a young, energetic alternative to Nixon, Kennedy was watched by millions of television viewers. In November, he won one of the closest elections in history. In his inaugural address, he called upon his fellow Americans to work together in the pursuit of progress and the elimination of poverty. His famous closing words are still cited today. Ask not what the country can do for you, Ask what you can do for a country.
Yeah, it's classic. Place your card on the board, Andy. You got the coin. Salah, choose the next number, please.
Number 1. It's a picture of two hands with different color. It's a symbol saying no to racism. Kennedy worked hard for civil rights for African Americans.
Great. Where will you put your card?
I'll put it to Mississippi, where the president sent federal troops to the first black university's admission to university.
That's correct. Professor, choose the next card, please.
Number 6. That's easy. It's the symbol of peace. As a Democrat candidate was responsible for the poor and to help underdeveloped nations in areas such as education, farming, healthcare, and instruction, he established the Peace Corps on March 1st, 1961.
That's it. Where shall we put the card?
I think that the headquarters of the organization will be the right place in Washington, D.C.
As you like, Professor. You got the coin. Indy, what card have you chosen?
Number 8. It's a pig.
A pig? Is it possible that the sniffy Manton is a fairy Marilyn Monroe?
I don't think so. I'd say it's a reference to the Bay of Pigs crisis. Just a few months after becoming president, Kennedy decided to try and help Cuban rebels overthrow the communist Cuban leader, Fidel Castro. Unfortunately, the invasion failed miserably when the CIA-assisted rebels were soundly defeated.
Not a victorious event, but an absolutely correct answer. Thank you, Indy. Where would you put your card?
I'll put my card in Cuba.
Very well. It's Salah's turn again. What number will you choose?
Number 3. It's a spaceship. I think it stands for Kennedy Space Program. After the Soviet astronaut Yuri Gagarin became the first astronaut in space, Kennedy had a plan to send Americans safely to the moon and back to the Earth. His plan happened in 1969 when Apollo 11 Commander Neil Armstrong became the first person on the moon's surface.
Brilliant. You will place your card on the moon, I guess, won't you?
I'd rather put it to Florida, where NASA was established, especially because it was named after John F. Kennedy.
Excellent choice, Salah. You deserve the coin. Professor, what card have you chosen?
9. It's the red star, the symbol of communism. It played a really important role in JFK's presidency, since during the hardest years of the Cold War, one of his main goals was to stop the expansion of communism. In 1961, when East German troops began erecting a wall to divide Berlin, Kennedy sent an army convoy to reassure Westerners of US support. After the Bay of Pigs crisis, he offered financial help to Latin American countries on condition that they end all political connections with the Soviet Union. During the Cuban Missile Crisis, Kennedy overthrew the nuclear war between the Soviet Union and the US. In 1963, Kennedy and Khrushchev signed the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty to protect the environment from radioactive contamination.
Amazing. Where would you put your card now?
I'll put the red star in Moscow.
You got the coin. Indy, we've got 2 numbers left. Which one will you choose?
Number 10. This sign was used as a symbol to protest against the war in Vietnam. Kennedy intended to stop the spread of communism and triple the American forces in Vietnam. I'll put my card in Vietnam.
That's a good decision, Indy. The last card is yours, Salah.
Number 11. Well, why am I not surprised? It's a gun. It's my job to tell you about JFK's assassination. On November the 22nd, 1963, Kennedy and his wife arrived in Dallas. While riding in a convertible in downtown, shots rang out. Kennedy was struck twice and was pronounced dead after arriving at a nearby hospital. Lee Harvey Oswald, known to have communist sympathies, was arrested immediately. 2 days later, he was shot and fatally wounded by local nightclub owner Jack Ruby. Kennedy's assassination was an unspeakable national tragedy. He was an enormously famous president both at home and abroad. His family drew comparisons of him in the King Arthur's Court in Camelot.
Amazing. Where will you put your card?
I'll put it in Dallas.
You got the coin. Thank you. It was a fantastic game. I hope that our audience has also enjoyed the competition. To find out who the winner is, we should wait until the audience votes are closed, so stay with us.